The tango is Argentina's famous dance of love and passion, but it can also benefit your health. New tango therapy programs originated here are now expanding across the globe. Right behind me, here in Bellefonte, protesters are making their voices heard. As they say, just last week, a working man of the community was detained by ICE in front of the Center County Courthouse. While a handful of players are looking ahead to the NFL, today is about the legacy they left right here at Penn State. They were throwing out soccer balls for the FIFA World Cup as games are going to be played in Philly, and throwing out t-shirts from a cannon for the NBA All-Star game that's going to take place. It's been a crazy morning, but fans are just now getting started for what's to come. For generations, gauchos have lived and worked on Argentina's vast plains. Today's ranchers look to keep those same traditions alive. Here at Allen Street Gates, dozens have gathered for International Women's Day. They are here rallying for equal pay, working rights, and child care health insurance. They say today is more than just awareness, it's about action. In this historically Catholic country, there are big shifts in faith and religion. President Javier Milei has been supportive of the Jewish community both here and abroad. Ryan Lowy reports. Good afternoon, I'm Bronwyn Liber.
And I'm Owen Camaros. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report.
March Madness is underway, which means more than basketball. It means Penn State's Berkey Creamery's annual Flavor Madness tournament is back. The tournament has 16 creamery ice cream flavors competing to become this year's Scoop champion. It runs 4 full weeks with voting opening every Monday at 10 a.m. and closing Friday at noon. You can vote on the Creamery's website, and you're encouraged to share your picks with hashtag PSU Flavor Madness on social media. The Scoop champion will be announced on Monday, April 10th with the sale of the winning flavor. Most of us would never throw a birthday party at 5:30 in the morning, but recently in State College, some people did for a very special reason. Mia Tricarico explains. From flying to driving, gas prices are continuing to rise nationwide because of the war in Iran and global oil concerns. AAA says the average price of regular unleaded is now $3.91 per gallon nationally, and in Pennsylvania it's $3.87. A new report shows online gambling in Pennsylvania continues to increase. The study was co-authored by Penn State researchers. They surveyed more than 3,000 state residents and found up to 30% of Pennsylvania adults did some form of online gambling in the past year. That's up from 20% in the 2024 report. It's probably not a surprise, but sports betting was the most popular online gambling format. On Monday, the world's most famous groundhog will make his annual appearance in Punxsutawney. But did you know Phil recently rolled into State College to meet his fans? Jeremy Rose takes a look. The union had challenged the order in court, but a recent appeals court ruling cleared the way for it to take effect. Union leaders argue the IRS cannot legally end the contract on its own and say the fight is not over.
Hola from Buenos Aires. I'm Christian Audia, and thanks for joining us for this Center County Report special.
And I'm Bronwyn Liber. We're going to take you around this beautiful and unique city to show you some of the interesting stories that are making news here. A growing trend here in Southwest Florida has been seeing children committing crimes over the last 5 years. Peter Dianui's home got damaged back in November. Windows smashed, doors broken, and hate speech written on walls. All done by kids.
And all at once you see this agreement. I nearly collapsed. I'm telling you. And then you are scared. Who are they still here? Have they just done it?
Peter's home was fixed up with the help from the community, with a cleanup crew they called Cleaning Up Hate.
Save Lucky Hate.
However, while his home is repaired, Cape Coral police say the problem related to teen crimes continues to rise.
There definitely appears to be some sort of increase in teen crimes, and that could just be a representative of a growing population with children, or it could be something different.
But the numbers paint the picture of what is happening. The Florida Department of Juvenile Justice shows in Southwest Florida alone has nearly a 1,000 person increase in juvenile arrests per year over the last 5 years, along with a study by CBS that there has been a 65% increase in Florida adolescent handgun carrying in the past 20 years.
They're getting them from home. They're getting them because there's a gun in the house. Mom and dad have not been responsible enough to lock the guns up as they should, And then all of a sudden, their kids, when mom and dad aren't looking, are taking the guns.
While Peter is just one victim of youth crime, he hopes to share this message with the juveniles committing these acts.
I hope I get that moment when I can just sit down with them and tell them, I forgive you. That's important. Move on. Please don't do it again.
Dozens of protesters took to the streets in front of the Center County Courthouse, holding a Drive ICE Out of Bellefonte march. The event was organized by the People's Defense Front, Student Committee for Defense and Solidarity, and Center County Rapid Response Network after they say a community member entered the courthouse last week for a routine appointment when plainclothed ICE agents detained him.
That's not how justice is supposed to work.
There were speeches, posters, and anti-ICE chants with residents from both Bellefonte and State College. Many wore masks to hide their identities, but one woman told us she's proud of what she stood for.
We have to speak up to show that we still can. We have a First Amendment right to speak up.
No violence was reported, but 2 police cars arrived and followed the march to the waterfront lot across from Talleyrand Park, telling protesters to get off the road. Protesters also spoke out about other immigration enforcement activity in Center County over the past year, including an incident last summer when 24 construction workers on their way to a job site in State College were taken into custody by federal agents.